Okay, so we've got 3 games left of the season. 1 to secure Champions League football next year, and then 2 trophies to win. Everybody's fit and firing. This could be a good end to the year. Hello? Head physio Liam Kershaw. Please tell me this is good news. Season over. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to Season 7, Episode 19 here at Sheffield Wednesday. And today we look to finally lift the domestic trophy. We'll be off to Wembley to play Manchester United in the FA Cup final. And before that, it is Tottenham in the final game of the league season. And we do not yet have Champions League football confirmed for next season. We'll catch up on that in just a second. But the news since last episode is Jabing essentially season over. 2 to 3 weeks with a pulled calf muscle. Now, he's got another 7 days to 3 weeks till he comes back. Now, if it's on the 7-day side of things, he could be back, well, potentially for the FA Cup final, but looking ahead more towards the Champions League final. But if it is more towards this 3 weeks, that's him done for the year, season over. So that's a huge blow because we know he is the only player we've really found that can consistently and regularly play that number 10 role for us and play it well. So that is a huge blow, as I said, but we'll get by as best we can, and hopefully, as I said, he'll be back before the end of the season, and but not ideal, needless to say. A little bit more good news, though, and that involves Fabiano, who has signed a new deal at the club. Now, you may or may not remember he had a 108 million release fee. Real Madrid was interested in him. I was slightly concerned. 108 million isn't insurmountable, certainly for a player of that quality. So we've gone offered him a new deal. We've got rid of that release fee, which is brilliant. He's on 160 grand a week now. And that will obviously mean that we don't have to sell him unless we particularly want to, certainly for the next, 5 years anyway. So that is, as I said, that is some better news anyway. Now, there are 2 games to catch you up on since last episode, both in the league. We were sitting 3rd or 4th, I can't remember now when we left off last episode. I think we were 4th with a game in hand against West Ham. That game in hand was against Wolverhampton, so let's see how it went. Razzini gave us an early lead before Belyasov and Jabing combined for Oliver Brummer to get our second. Razzini made it 3-0 at half-time, but Wolves pulled one back in the 58th minute before they got a second moments later. But Belyasov found Razzini to complete his hat-trick and settle our nerves. So a good win, one that we almost threw away. I was very, very nervous. 2 goals in 4 minutes there in the second half, but we settled things down again and were quite comfortable in the end. Belyasov, 7.3, does not accurately reflect his contribution to the game. He was massive, unplayable at times down that left-hand side for us. Razzini with 2 penalties to get his hat-trick. The disappointments, Lang and Bevacois, both not having their greatest games, to be honest. So that's a slight concern, but we know they're both good players, so surely just a blip. Next up, it was Manchester United. Now, we came into this game 4 points ahead of them. They were in 5th. So a draw or better meant that we could, we would have secured a top 4 finish. Let's see how that went. A wonderful solo effort from Schuener put us in front just before half-time. But some sloppy marking from MB saw the points split. So yeah, not ideal. We did get the win, the point, I should say, that means that we've guaranteed ourselves a top 4 finish. Now, why haven't we got Champions League football confirmed? I'll explain that to you in just a second. But it was just one piece of sloppy marking from MB from a set piece, and you can see that was one of only 2 shots they had on target. So that was very, very disappointing. But if we do look at the league table, and we can see that we have guaranteed ourselves a top 4 finish, but West Ham can still catch us. Now you can see we've only confirmed Europa League, but we do have 2 points ahead of West Ham with a better goal difference. So a draw in our final game here against Tottenham will secure a top 3 finish. Now, why is that so important? And this is the reason. Burnley have somehow managed to get themselves into the Europa League final. Now, Burnley, it won't surprise you to know, are not in European contention in the league. They're down there in 13th. So if they were to win that Europa League final, they would go into the Champions League. Burnley in the Champions League. That doesn't seem quite right, does it? But they would go in, which means 4th place would not. Which means we have to be ahead of West Ham to guarantee ourselves Champions League football for next year, assuming, of course, that we don't go on and to win the Champions League final ourselves and qualify that way. So it's a lot riding on this final game of the season. Let's have a look here and see exactly what's happening. So where are we here? West Ham are away to Leeds. Now Leeds have nothing to play for. They're going to finish 12th, so there's nothing for them to play for. Spurs could drop down with a loss as far as 11th, but realistically, again, nothing to play for. They're not going to be in Europe unless, well, they're not going to finish any higher than 8th anyway. So they've got really nothing to play for, and we are at home. So you'd like to think we can see this out. Manchester City have gone on and secured the title, but I think we saw that, didn't we? Was it last episode or even the one before that? So we're expecting a 5-3-2 from them, and this is a team we're sending out. Now, because we need to get a result, we've had to play a strong team in this one. So Bevaquar in goal, not in the best recent form. We've had a word to him about that. Sosa, Leng, Rivas, and Martinez is the back four. Fabiano and Eduardo in midfield. Schulner down the right. Edwards down the left. Brummer is going to try and become the new Jabing for us. There's no reason why he can't play this. In fact, if you look at his positions here, he can play it. We haven't really used him in that role, but we're hoping that he'll certainly come out on top for us here. Razzini, of course, will go up top. So let's get out there and get the point we need. Okay, so we can see the team sheets there. Hannibal, of course, who we had on loan for a season or two, is in there. They're on their bench anyway. Simone Inzaghi is their manager. And what do we want to say to this? I think, what do I want to say? We're the favourites for a reason. Go out there, leave them to no doubts why. I think we want a little bit of expectation on this. We're at home. We need to go out there and get this result, don't we? All right, and here we go. Let's hope we can round off this season in style. Now, before we get underway, big apology. This episode is a day late. I explained it all. We just had an appointment with our kid that just went way over time and kind of threw off everything. So apologies for that. And also, if you are a Sheffield Wednesday fan, so wish you the best of luck tomorrow against Derby. It would be a crying shame to see you guys go down again to League One. You're too good for that. So if you are a Sheffield Wednesday fan, I will be cheering for you. There we go. No, cleared away. We do need to keep half an eye on the West Ham Leeds score. Hopefully Leeds could do us a favour. We, of course, were managing them this time last year, weren't we, on FM20? So let's hope they remember the good work we did there. And Oliver Brummer is a number 10, has gone and given us an 11th minute lead. Martinez with the cross, and Brummer doing his best Jabing impersonation, and that is absolutely huge. That means Spurs now need 2 goals if they're to deny us a Champions League spot next year through the league. There is always, of course, the chance that we could still get to the Champions League, even if Burnley win and we fall behind West Ham here, if we were to beat Chelsea in the Champions League final. But that puts a lot more pressure than we ideally would like on a Champions League final. Brummer with a ball in. It's a good one. It's 2-0. It's Rashid Leng, his second of the season, and that should be that, surely. 15 minutes gone, 2-0 up, and it's looking as though we are indeed going to finish this league season on a high. Brummer, good ball to the back post, laying above his defender, and a good header as well. Eduardo's looking overly aggressive, perhaps. So let's never change, Eduardo. I should say, too, in between the 2 games, we will be voting for your Viewers Player of the Year. So if you do, I know sometimes, I've done it to people as well, you kind of skip game to game. Just be aware of that is going to be happening. We've got a free kick here with Razzini. Speaking of Viewers Player of the Year, I have my suspicions as to who's going to win it. But you never know. Let's keep giving him some praise here and see where we go. Of course, we will have the Champions League final tomorrow, being Saturday. If you're watching live, just will continue on as normal. It's just that this episode is a day late, as I said, which I apologize for. Can we get to that? We can. Rivas, good defensive cover work there. Fabiano on a booking. Now, would a sending off here, I should probably have looked into this. Would that affect his availability for the FA Cup final? There's a great ball. Schuener's in. Schuener with a wonderful first touch. But the one about the ball, was it Edwards, I think, or was it Eduardo? It was Edwards with the pass. Schuener's first touch was brilliant, but Edwards to pick out the run. Where is Schuener? He's in lots and lots of space. Edwards has picked him out. What about that? Goalkeeper in no man's land. And at 3-0, I think we can safely say that this game is done. Of course, they're going to score here now, aren't they? And we're going to do our best impersonation of West Ham and throw away a 3-0 lead. Promising signs, too, with Brummer in that number 10 role. And here comes the goal. Oh, what a miss. What a miss. Focus, boys. Ideally, if we are to play with wingers, if that's tactically how the 2 games, the 2 finals to come look, this is ideally the team that I want to play in both games. Brummer as a number 10 if he works, which signs are that he is working there, then this is how we'll look to do it in the two finals. So hopefully we won't have any further injuries, we won't have any further suspensions, and this will be the team that we see for the next few games. The only change potentially we would make is Belyasov at left back, Eduardo all the way over there to Sosa. The reason we're doing Sosa for this is, as much as anything, is, well, give Belyasov a bit of a rest, but also Sosa is a better defensive left back, so if we have a winger in front of him, we don't need, that's not ideal, early in the second half. Simon Thompson with a 25th of the season. Let's demand more. And I wonder if my arms outstretched praising of them at half-time is going to come back and bite me. Usually, I would point the finger and say, don't get complacent. Maybe I should have just stuck with what I've known instead of trying to experiment. What was I saying? West Ham 2-0 up. So we are going to need to get a result here. But yeah, so with Sosa playing left as a better defensive version of a fullback, I'm getting very nervous here. I'm getting Wolverhampton flashbacks. Of course, the difference here is that in the Wolverhampton game, we had a few players underperforming. And this one, well, that's not a problem because, okay, they're looking inspired. So let's just go with it. We've had a bit of a slow start. Edwards is looking a little bit tired there. So let's bring on Sanchez or Belyasov. No, let's bring Sanchez on. Play him as we need to do another one as an inverted winger. One thing I would like to do maybe is start protecting some of our better players here. Let's give them some praise. Do we trust us at this point? If we get a goal now, we'll take Razzini off. Who's got a knock there? Is it one of our players? It's not. And we've hit the crossbar there. And here comes Spurs the other way. Eduardo with a good tackle. It's very lungy. I was slightly concerned we were going to see a red card there. But I think we're just about in a position where we can protect Fabiano. Let's get Samare on for him. So we're not getting a red card there. And I think we can just about trust this with Razzini coming off. So Petkovic will come on there. Here we go with Sanchez, on loan, of course, from Real Madrid. He's gone a long way there. You wonder if he could have had a shot. Eduardo's effort, always a little bit too high, wasn't it? Let's give them some more praise. It's 3-3 in the other game. So as it turns out, we didn't necessarily have to win the game, but we've done it 3-1. It's a good, solid end to the Premier League season, albeit the second half wasn't fantastic, but that's promising that Brummer in that number 10 role has done a good job for us. Very happy with that. Very happy with that, boys. So there we go. Look at this. West Ham have dropped the points. Now, it was 3-3. Yeah, Man United have won. They've beaten Liverpool. Manchester United have pipped West Ham to the Champions League. Well, it's a shame in a couple of ways, mostly because I would have rather West Ham have the Champions League money and not Manchester United. But yeah, there we go. So we have qualified for the Champions League. That has been secured. I think third is our best finish in the league as well. We've got 55 million to spend, 2.2 million in wages, which is I think what we have now. There's an extra Europa League spot going to the league. Fati on the transfer list. 78 million. That's a lot, but I tell you what, we could use a wide player potentially for next season, couldn't we? And someone that can play both sides as well. That might be something we revisit in the summer. Brummer really, really did a good job, didn't he, in there as that number 10 for us. And that's promising. Guys, wait right there. We will be back for the FA Cup final. And we haven't won a domestic trophy yet. Let's see if this is the time. Okay, welcome back. It is now time to vote for your Viewers Player of the Year. Now, as ever, the way that this will work, there'll be a link at the very top of the description below. So once you've seen the nominees, click on that and go and vote for Razzini, I'm assuming. But anyway, let's have a look at the nominees. And thank you for everybody who did nominate players. We did actually have more than just the one nominee, so that's good to see. The first in alphabetical order is Eduardo, our midfielder. 3 goals, 12 assists, and an average match rating of 7.19 for him. The second nominee is Jabing, 13 goals, 11 assists, and an average match rating of 7.34. And the third and final nominee is, of course, Walter Razzini, 33 goals to this point in the season, 9 assists, and an average match rating of 7.4. 5-3. Now, if you want to see a little bit more in depth of these guys, like stats for the season and beyond those, if you go and join the Discord, to which there is a link in the description, I've posted everything there so you can have a little bit more of an in-depth look. But if not, just go, as I said, click on the link below at the very top of the description and go and vote for your Viewers Player of the Year, and we'll announce the winner at next episode's End of Season Awards. Okay, here we go. Welcome to Wembley. It is the FA Cup final of 2027. We, of course, have been here before. Have we? No, we haven't been to the FA Cup final before. We've been to Wembley before and we've lost, but never the FA Cup final. So let's hope. When was the last time Sheffield Wednesday won this? I do remember that final. It's one of the first games of football I remember. But Sheffield Wednesday have they never won it? No, they have won it. There we go. 19th. That's when Villa almost last won it. 1930s was the answer to that question. It was when the last time Sheffield Wednesday won the cup. So it's been a little bit of a drought. I think we can say this drought needs to end today, doesn't it? Let's have a quick look and see what we're doing here against Manchester United, the holders of the competition. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them. And this is the team that we are sending out. Now, when we played them in the league, I did have a defensive midfielder in. Now, that in the league, it was Matteo. We're going to not play him, which is maybe very harsh. He's always done a good job against the bigger teams, but we're going to go with Samare. So Bevilacqua in goal. Belyasov, Leng, Rivas, and Martinez is the back four. Samare, Fabiano, and Eduardo in midfield. It's Schuener and Edwards out wide. Razzini as the forward. We probably want to play him as a deep liar, though, don't we, with no number 10. We do have Bruma, Petkovic, Sanchez, Cook, Sosa, Gomez, and Bailey on the bench. So options to change things. We can obviously put Bruma in as that number 10 if we need to. We can go to 2 up top. We have options to change things. Let's hope they're not needed. Okay, so we can see the team sheets there. Yeah, we're kind of going with the same thing we had against Manchester United in the league, just... what do you want to say to this? Let's give the fans a performance, shall we? Let's go with that. And like I say, we were actually quite good in the league game. It was really just that one mistake from MB that cost us. So, yeah, this is it, though. Big, big day. We haven't won a domestic trophy, which doesn't seem like it's possible, does it? Given how good of a team we have and how good we've been at times. But we have lost, we've lost the Carabao Cup final twice. We've been, contending for the league without really contending for the league, haven't we? We've never really been in a title race. It's probably generous of us to say that we've been contending for a title. We haven't. We've been in the top 4, but we haven't really contended for a Premier League title. And of course, we didn't win the championship when we came up because we had that 6-point deduction. We did come second that year. Can we get to that? No. Thought maybe. The way Belyasov set off. He's going to get to that, though. Ball over the top for Razzini. Nods it down nicely for Eduardo coming forward. Schuener gets past his man. Schuener's in. Schuener over the bar. It's saved by De Gea. But a promising start early on here. Edwards to take the corner. Can we find someone's head here? It's away. Schuener should pick it up, though. What can he do? He's got Samare in space. We eventually find him. Schuener again. Forward. Razzini, no, not quite. It's cleared only as far as Martinez, and it looked like there might be another chance for an attack on. We've got some defending to do now from a corner, though. It's gone through everybody. Oh, and we've gone 1-0 down from a set piece. It's the only way they can score against us. Come on, boys. Oh, that's so annoying. We've worked on it, too, in training, which is almost the worst thing. Oh, Samare on the line. Could he have done a little bit better there, perhaps, but we're 1-0 down. And the plan of just keeping things tight here, well, it's not really worked, has it? Let's try if we can demand more. And we're looking anxious and nervous and frustrated and all those sorts of things. And we've got another corner, which is proving to be our Achilles heel against Manchester United, and it's almost happened again. Come on, boys. We've got another highlight. Can Schuener get to that? No. We don't need to panic. We looked as though we had a threat from open play, and suddenly they've scored from a set piece, and we look like we're falling to pieces. Come on. We're 28 minutes gone. You almost wonder if we've just got to try and get the half time at this point. It would be harsh to take Samare off at this stage in the game, but you also wonder if maybe getting Bruma in there as a number 10, we have to do something. It's not working. We're 2-0 down. And it's slipping away from us again. The Wembley curse. Is it going to come back and haunt us? So Bruma. We want you on attack, mate. We want you dribbling and getting forward. And we have we? We have come straight back after the highlight. We didn't need to see it again, I'm sure. Sorry if you did want to see that again, actually. I should have paused it. But anyway. We've got a lot of work to do here to rescue this game, don't we? The other thing we'll want to do is Razzini as an advanced forward. Maybe we give it a calm down. Yeah, I mean, they haven't been particularly better than us. Yet they're 2-0 up. Anxious, not playing well. Say unlucky. Alright, so we're going to have a few home truths said here, aren't we, to the guys that aren't playing well. Bevilacqua's form has fallen off a cliff, and given the part of the season that we're at, that is far from ideal. We need our goalkeeper playing well in the finals, don't we? So let's get back out there. And can we get an early goal? Get ourselves back in this game. Oh, Razzini's hit the post. It's not going to be our day, is it? Let's try a berating. See if we can fire them up that way. Maybe we should have done that in the first half. Eduardo picks up a loose pass. Eduardo's got Razzini with him. Eduardo! No. Ambitious. Maybe too ambitious. Edwards is having a poor game. I wonder if we go 2 up top. Ball in. It's headed away again. Schuenar is there. Back to Eduardo. Can he pick out a blue shirt? It's no, cleared away again. It's going to be Martinez that picks it up. Martinez back to Rivas. Rivas gets it forward for Schuenar. Can he pull it back? Razzini's in there. It's blocked away. And it's not working, is it, right now? Another poor pass. We are looking better. We're putting pressure on them. We are looking better in the second half, but not good enough. You wouldn't back us to score 2 on this form, would you? This is a long old highlight. Hopefully we're not going to make any more mistakes here. We keep giving the ball away, which obviously isn't ideal. Rivas, there's a good ball for Schuenar in space. Brummer's making a run. Can Schuenar pick out a teammate? Come on, mate. It's back for Martinez. It's there. It's Razzini, and it's just past the post. All right. Let's change things up here. Everything that's worked for us in the past against Manchester United is not working here. We want 2 up top. We want that one. All right, I'll make these changes and we'll come back. Okay, so we've just made the 1 sub. Edwards has gone off and we've brought on Lewis Cook, club captain, of course. Schuenar goes into the number 10 role. Brummer and Razzini. I wonder if we could actually switch those 2 around, since they can both kind of play each other's role, and just make it a little bit more difficult for players to pick them up. So let's try that. We've got Fabiano only playing a 6.2 in midfield. The problem with that, of course, having already taken Samare off, is that, we're running out of options. Eduardo's picked up an injury. Now, what we don't want is him missing from from the Champions League final. It's all gone very, very wrong here, hasn't it? A tight calf. We can't risk that. Okay, let me think. Okay, so what we've done is we've brought on Petkovic, we've dropped Brummer back into the number 10, Schuenar drops all the way back, is a Mazzella. It's a role he should be quite good at, to be honest. He can pass, he's got good vision, so he should be able to sit back there for us. That shouldn't be a problem. But with 15 minutes to play and needing 2 goals, we definitely have other problems. Let's give it a calm down, maybe. We've been anxious and nervous, and despite the fact we've arguably been the better side, the curse of Wembley, it's going to strike again, isn't it? 3 minutes to play. This has to be a goal for Sheffield Wednesday, or else we've gone and lost yet another domestic cup final. Oh, I tell you what, Bevilacqua was standing there and looking at that. And it's just not meant to be, is it? We still cannot win a domestic trophy. We've just not shown up at all. And, yeah. We've been, Wembley curse is back, isn't it? Maybe it's just a Wembley final curse, because we did, of course, manage to win the semi-final, but that is horribly disappointing. Aussie, commiserations, mate. No, look, mate, I mean, never mind about the game. These things can happen, but I'm extremely worried and concerned right now. I need to put out an appeal to anybody watching or listening. I can't find my players anywhere. They've been missing for about 90 minutes now. They were last seen in the dressing room before kickoff, and I have no idea where they've gone. So I'm very worried and concerned. Guys, if you can hear this, I miss you. I love you. All is forgiven. Just please come to training on Monday, and please come back to me. I mean, what do you even say to that? We have to be far from pleased, don't we? We just didn't show up. I mean, look at these match rating. Razzini 6.4, Fabiano 6.3, Schumacher 6.5, Edwards 6.3. The goalkeeper again only a 6.4. Rivas and Leng at the back 6.5s. What happened to our players? So there we go. Manchester United lift the FA Cup. The Eduardo injury, all right, so at least he's going to be available for the Champions League final. A little bit of money in the bank, but it doesn't mean that much to us. And if you want to have a look at the finances, actually, we're absolutely flying, so we don't have to worry about finances at all. But there we go. We've lost 2 domestic cup finals now. We've got 1 to go. It's not going to be that sort of treble, is it? Unbelievable. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. If you have enjoyed that for some reason, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. The good news is that no matter what happens, we will be in the Champions League next year. But next episode, it is the Champions League final. We'll play Chelsea at the Stade de France. Off to Paris we go. And, well, let's hope as far as cup final goes, it's third time's a charm. Take care.